You know that feeling, right? That horrible, sinking feeling when your car just stops? Well, in this explainer, we're not just going to talk about the problem. We're going to look at the solution. We're going to dive into how one local, family-owned business built its entire reputation on turning that moment of pure panic into total relief. So let's just paint the picture for a second. It's a universal nightmare for anyone who drives. Maybe it's happened to you, or maybe you've just driven past someone on the shoulder and you just know their day has been completely thrown into chaos. Seriously, think about it. Your car sputters to a stop. What's that first emotion that hits you? Is it anger, anxiety, a full-on wave of panic? It's that awful pit in your stomach when you realize you're stranded, you're vulnerable, and you need help, like right now. And that's the core of it, isn't it? It's not just about a broken down car. It's about how every single minute you're waiting feels like an hour. You're not just waiting for a tow truck. You're waiting for someone, a professional, to show up, take charge, and make this whole stressful mess go away. Okay, so that's the problem. But this is where our story really kicks off. Let's shift gears and look at the solution and see exactly how one company in Melbourne's western suburbs built their whole business around answering that desperate call for help. And here they are. Elite 24/7 Towing Laverton. Now, the key phrase here is family-owned. And that's not just a nice little detail. It usually means there's a different level of care, a personal stake in keeping a great reputation in the very community where you live and work. And this timeline? Well, it tells you everything you need to know. They started way back in 2009. That's over a decade of building trust, one call at a time. And where does that lead? To today, where they're a community partner with fantastic 5-star reviews. You don't get that by accident. So what do they actually do? Well, it's way more than just hooking up a car after a crash. They've got services that cover the whole life cycle of car trouble, from that emergency breakdown on the highway to, finally getting rid of that old junker in the driveway. You can really break it all down into 2 big buckets. First, you've got the urgent, I'm stuck right now kind of help, the roadside emergencies. And then you've got a solution for a totally different problem. What on earth do you do with a car that's seen better days? So let's look at the emergency stuff first, because this is their bread and butter. I mean, check out this list. It's basically every driver's nightmare covered. Flat battery? Yep. Locked your keys in the car? Been there. Ran out of gas? Got a flat tire? They have a specific fix for all of it. Plus, of course, your standard towing. And then there's this other really cool part of their business. Cash for cars. This service is genius. It takes a problem, that old car rusting away and taking up space, and turns it into actual cash. They'll take any car, running or not, and they even haul it away for free. It's a totally different kind of rescue mission. Okay, so they've got all the right services, but when you're in crisis mode, the real question is, can you actually trust them? Let's dig into how they build that trust. Not with talk, but with cold, hard proof. This one is huge. 30 minutes, that's their goal for getting to you. And this isn't just a wild guess. It's possible because they know their service area, Melbourne's western suburbs, like the back of their hand. That deep local knowledge is their secret weapon for being so fast. And there's that number again, over 10 years in the business. This isn't some startup trying to figure things out on the fly. This is a crew that's seen it all, and that experience means they know how to handle things professionally. That's where real trust comes from. But honestly, the best proof comes from the customers themselves. And you start to see a pattern in their reviews. Look at what Sarah says here. She hits the trifecta: professional, friendly, and fast. Then Stephen adds another layer. He uses words like amazing, nice, and genuine. See? That speaks directly to that personal, family business touch we were talking about before. And finally, Rod highlights that they were punctual and willing to go out of their way. When you put all these reviews together, you get this incredibly consistent picture of a company that actually delivers on what it promises. All right, so after looking at the problem, the company, and all the proof, what's the big idea here? What should we really walk away with? Let's boil it all down. This chart just nails it. On the left, you've got every fear that races through your mind when you break down. Waiting forever, getting ripped off, dealing with unreliable people. All that stress. And on the right, you see how Elite has a direct answer for every single one of those worries. They've basically engineered a solution to dismantle the anxiety of a breakdown, piece by piece. So really, what this all comes down to is how a company like Elite provides genuine peace of mind. But it does leave us with one final question to chew on. Knowing who to call when things go wrong is great, but how many of us are truly prepared for it to happen in the first place? Something to think about. Thanks for watching.